Hello guys and welcome back. This is the Infidel Space Program. The first 6.5 minutes or so is going to be very edited up. It was very slow, long video, and I didn't even get to launch the E.D.Rs which I wanted to launch in this video. So I decided to speed it all up and get more content in. I haven't recorded the E.D.Rs deployments as of yet, so I'm just editing this part of the video first so I know how long I've got to mess around and things like that. Anyway, this is the engineer workshop that's going down right now on screen. It's got 890 gig. I forgot the guy's name, but he's the other guy that you can see on the screen is the chief engineer, and then there's also a junior engineer called Trains Model Master inside here. And also there was 2 subscribers that were dead on the crew manifest list, so I revived them, Mus Mohammed and Supernovas. So you guys are in here too for now, being trainee engineers. And the mod is Bobcat. As you can see, they've got some new little, well, the mod's pretty much the same, but they've just added a few new little parts and modules. Like that's a new habitation module in the middle there. And at the bottom you should see in a sec, I'll probably deploy them. Yeah, there. We've got these cool little tent workshops for the engineers. I've also got a hospital going down, which is similar to this, I guess. I'm using the same parts for those. So yeah, I'm just going to get a couple guys out. I'll go and visit this again and explain it more after, because you can't really see much what's going on here. So yeah, we'll just go check out everything I've deployed and talk about it for a minute or two, just to give a little rundown. But this has a fuel converter on it. Those 2 tanks hold 4,000 fuel, and we've got some plugs at the top there so we can refuel things. Anyway, we'll come back to this later. It's going to cut now to the hospital any second. This was meant to be really cool. As you can see, I've got 2 kind of ambulance stroke taxi stroke rovers attached on a girder, and it's kind of like a sky crane but a parachute version. On Kerbin it worked so well. Didn't work so well on Juno because the atmosphere levels and heights, like altitudes, are different. But so we've actually got 2 medical stations down because I lost the rovers on this one, so I redid it, and yeah, I redid it successfully, which you'll see. I'll put music on the second one, which is coming up once this, but yeah, you can see there the parachutes hadn't opened on this, so we shot through because the drogue parachutes had opened on the rovers. So I actually killed the 2 rover drivers, but I respawned them and they're alive again in these rovers. I believe it's Fergus and Christian are the rover drivers. I couldn't see the medics in there, but if you were watching the last clip you would have seen the 2 medics, and these 2 didn't ask to be medics, but these are DJ Scully's friends, 2 of them anyway. He wanted like 10 guys down, but he only gave names for 2, and he said the rest just can have core at the end of their name. But I'm not gonna, if you can't be bothered to give me names, I'm not gonna put you in, because it's not my job to pick names. It's hard enough getting everyone over. So if you want your other friends in, they can pick their own names. There you go, this one's working better. You can see we're almost at the surface. A little bit of a rough landing, but those cubes come off the top, the adapters. And we lost a solar panel there. Other than that, it's all good. So we have 2 medical stations down, and we've got 2 rovers. They've also got, well, we've got 3 rovers altogether, but these 2 have got the Gatling gun on top, so they've got a bit of defence. Oh yeah, and there's also the herbologist inside. I believe it's in the first one, Will. I think his name's Will. I don't know, like I said, we'll go revisit everything that's down and see who's in there. and I think I used the Gatling gun to try and clear this, the hub connector there, eventually. But I'm not sure what I'm doing here, or what I was even saying. Yeah, we blow that up. And then we go and get Sergei from the habitation, because medic Sergei needs to be in this second medical station because these two guys are inexperienced and Sergei's a veteran, so he's going to train them up to be decent medics. Obviously cut there, I wasn't going to drive all the way over. Yeah, don't worry, the video will go back to normal soon because I've got to record the next parts, so do some real time. I really don't like post commentary, it's just like commenting on what you've already done. It's not as exciting to commentate as when you're doing it. So that's pretty much what I've done so far, and Sergei's going to go and train up his students, and he couldn't get in that door because the decoupler was in the way. So yeah, I'm going to go and launch some early detection radar stations now, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so this is one of 3 of the E.D.R assets that are going up, the early detection radar stations. As you can see, I've already deployed the dish by accident. I thought I was recording. So yeah, you can see the difference in size of the communitron. It's massive. And yeah, let's take a quick look. I'll be brief. So I tried to keep the subscribers' roles that they did request. So I had about 3 or 4 commanders that wanted to be like captains, commanders. So what I did was I made them the commanders of these E.D.R stations. So Zion Rabbit, you are commander of E.D.R 1 or 0, sorry. I have renamed it already as well and changed it to station. So you're E.D.R 0. So Zion Rabbit's the commander. Callum Stewart is his co-pilot. Let's get a little view. And then in these are the drone type interceptor fighter ships I was talking about that look kind of like the drones from Oblivion, if you've seen that film. Got some cool little red lights too. So yeah, these guys are pretty cool. I've got the Wayland. They can land as well, because this stores the fuel though. So yeah, we can actually land these as well on anywhere. And they've got a little docking port at the end of these. Well, actually it's just there. So yeah, a lot of people wanted to be pilots, fighter pilots. So the first 3 guys you see here, it's probably easier to look from here. So what I did was I took fighter pilots and put them in the fighter seat. So the first top names are the pilots, and the second ones are just people that requested to be anything, so they're the co-pilots. So we've got MC Sniper Slayer as a pilot in one, David Loon as a pilot in another, and Crazy Chris is a pilot in the last one. And then their co-pilots are Ethan, Mark and Rex Blueshot. So you guys, basically this was scan, which I can use the laser system. If I go to the main panel, get scan up, make it a big large scan. What's that all about? Okay, this seems to be broken. Minus 0.1 meter scan. It seems to be going backwards. We'll have to just make do and pretend. So I'm going to turn this off. So yeah, that's the idea of these. Obviously we have to use our imagination a little. So these guys will be facing outwards, obviously, because they'll be scanning that way. So let's face him out. I know it's going to rotate, but yeah. So what will happen is we'll scan if we detect unidentified ships or anything within the tuner sphere of influence, we'll dispatch these guys and go take them on. I'm going to hit quick save just a sec, because I'm really just tempted to do it. Okay, it didn't even. Okay, it's not colliding. That's alright. I just wanted to shoot, because you'll see later on in the video I had an issue with the Gatling guns on something, and they were shooting sideways, but these ones are shooting forwards, which is fine. Okay, so that's them explained. I'm going to quickly go and deploy the other two. I've already done it, but I'm going to show you the footage and yeah, just say who's inside. So I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so this is the second one. The other one's just there. This is number 1 now. It should be. Just check. Yep. Station. Okay. Open the antenna. Okay, so this one I've got Commander Din Shadow, who is in charge of this little fleet. Yeah, by the way, I didn't say, I think it's pretty obvious, but these are connected via docking port, and obviously these will scramble and go take out any threats, or try to at least, when they come. But yeah, that was pretty self-explanatory. And I think what I'll do on the last one, we might actually go over and scout out a nice spot on Dres, or maybe just send a little Kethane scanner probe over to find Kethane with a little lander to pick a nice spot to build a mining base, which may or may not detect an enemy over there. So yeah, we've got Commander Din Shadow. Dragon Ruins is his kind of trainee co-pilot, and then we've got Timothy, who is a fighter pilot in one of these. Wobble Main, also a fighter pilot. Grant, a fighter pilot, and then the 3 after are their co-pilots. So we've got Kyle, Willie and Jake. Kyle Derp, I think that's the non-religionists, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I remember how I put them in now. The first 3 are the pilots, because I went through the crew manifest one by one, and I put like the pilot in, yeah, and then the co-pilot second. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's the second one. Okay, and the last one has just been launched. Where is the space dock? Okay, there. Oh, we went this side this time. Okay, so let's put the lights on this one, because I think we're in the dark now. Open the antenna, the dish. So I have Jonas of Norway. He is one of my old little gaming buddies from Skype, and he's a little bitch. So there you go, Jonas. He's PC fanboy in the comments. If you want to troll him, feel free. And then your little co-pilot, Spacecraft X. And then we got the 3 fighter pilots here: Tech Colonel, Space Chimp, and Tommy McCrate, but he wanted to be T McCrate. 651, yeah. And then the co-pilots are the Wig 115, Shah Stu, and Mavericks 1234. And I've also got a bunch of other guys that still need to go up. Now, I wasn't going to launch the frigate. I'm going to save the frigate for next episode. I'm going to do one more thing though in this episode. We're going to go over to Ike with a lander and a Kethane scanner, and it can be a little scout too, so we're going to have a little scout and scan and search for any hostile ships, I guess, yeah. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to send 6 of you guys over there to investigate and pick out a nice spot. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay guys, we are up and ready. I have some little lights in here. Let's rotate this. We've got 6 Kerbals on board. You can only see 3 here, but I can. So we've got Rob Phoenix 98765, is that? Yeah, Zach. and the rookie 6666, and then in the seats we've got Master Simology, Lemon, and Matthew M. I've still got a few on the list that haven't made it in this episode. I'll put you at the end, and I know there's going to be more people requested since I made this video too, but so let me put fine tuning on. It helps a little bit. Yeah, we're going to go to Ike and do some scouting. In fact, I'll wait till we're in the light. But pretty much it's the same as going to the moon. As soon as you see it rise, you can pretty much just burn and get an intercept with it. Easy. And that'll do, 31, 33. That's good enough. Have you guys noticed something's not here? Because I have. Where on earth has that gone? It's not been flown out. But I'm not seeing the Dresdonian here. Damn it. I haven't touched it, by the way. I haven't had any action, but Dresdonian seems to have vanished. That's weird. So I guess we'll just scan. And I'm going to pause and let this scan because someone's calling me. Okay guys, we've gone around. There's a few places. Ike rotates really slowly, so it's not like, but this seems the best spot here. And unfortunately we seem to have picked up an unidentified ship, so it looks like the Dresdonian left, but it didn't leave empty. It deployed something and then ran. So can we get a better look? You can kind of see from here it looks pretty dangerous, and it seems to be heading straight towards us too. So these 6 guys, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make it. So this is the Dresdonian fighter it left behind. Cloaked obviously because we couldn't see it. Yeah. So we're going to have a little play with this. And maybe cause some trouble. Only problem with this is that the view is nasty from inside here. Yeah, even these. Can't do it from an inside view. Let's come in a bit. It's hard to see the little guys too. Why are these shooting sideways? I don't know, this is all going weird. So it looks like these guys are going to escape unharmed because these Gatlins seem retarded. We'll send another ship to take care of them, capture the prisoners. So yeah, one of the early detection radar station ships can come over and collect them or blow them up. Although, as they're defenceless, they may try and escape, but we can capture them and turn them into caffeine. Useless Dresdonians. So yeah, at least we know the enemy's not very smart. Although the ship did look nice. I'm not sure what was wrong with the guns, but never mind. Okay, you hold there. We're gonna go land at to see where is it? This spot here. Okay, I'm not sure how much I edited. I tried to land this in the dark here and I didn't see the floor whatsoever. It was just pitch black, and it turned out the land here is 5,000 meters above sea level. That's when it exploded. So I'm going to speed this up. This is we're just going here because it's got the most caffeine, and yeah, I need to scout the area to see what the landing site's like, so we can have a kind of mini temporary base here. And yeah, and we need to capture those Dresdonians to get some intelligence. I would say intelligence out of them, but they're not very intelligent, so we need to get some information. So I'm going to speed this up, and then that'll be the end of the episode. Okay, I think we're actually in the no caffeine spot, right in between the caffeine deposits. Well, that's weird because that's the same amount there, but it's reading no caffeine in that middle one. That's quite weird. Maybe it just hooks around here. Either way, I can just go left or right, and pretty sure it gets brighter than this because this is pretty dark. But yeah, apart from that, obviously we just crashed, but that's fine. I think these guys could do with stretching their legs because they kind of fell out of their chairs. So let's get these guys up. Are you stuck? I don't even know what that's controlling. Okay, these seem to be dead. Can't even control them. We'll worry about that later. But these guys are dead. Well, they can't be dead, but they're not moving. That's Matthew. And this is Lemon. I have no idea what's the matter with them. Maybe it's the Dresdenians aren't so retarded and they paralysed them when they drove past with their sideways weapon. Okay, I'm actually going to get Rob out. Rob seems okay. And Rob's going to plant a flag. Oh, I forgot I've got caps lock on. I think that's correct, paralysing. Run. Nice and casual. No exclamation mark, just a full stop. No caffeine here and strange paralysing bugs. Run. Okay. So he's going to run back in and get into the safety of the cockpit. Okay, so they're inside there. He's safe for now. Maybe when we come back, or if I switch back to this at some point, which we will because we need to rescue these. Yeah, these two might scout debris. They're calling you debris, or is the chair still attached, just invisible? I don't know. I'm not sure why they're calling you debris. Yeah, you're debris too. Oh dear, Lemon and Matthew, you debris. Okay, so I'm going to close the episode here. Okay, I just thought I'd come. EVA's 0, so it looks like they're classing Lemon. Was it Lemon or Lime? I can't remember now. Lemon and Lime as Lemon and Lime. Matthew and Lime or Lemon. I can't remember who. They're classing you two as debris. Well, 3 of you actually. There's one in ship 2. I can't remember who the other one was. It's in the video. So you 3 will be deceased, so I'll revive you for next episode though. Unless you're happy being deceased. So yeah. But yeah, if you want to be back, then obviously I'll just revive you. But that's the end of the episode. I'm going to clear all this debris as well for the next episode. And yeah, we'll get the frigate up. We'll go take... Where's the... Yeah, we've still got this retarded Dresdenian ship here. Yeah, I forgot to say, that landing zone there is a massive crater, isn't it? Well, I know the edge here, there's a crater here too. If I take this off, can we see it better? No, not really. I don't know, it's very kind of high and hilly there. I wonder how tall it is up in these white bits, because the ridge was about 6,000 or 8,000 there, so that must be like 12,000-15,000 meters or so. I want to land on these as well, see how brighter it is. I don't know, whatever. End of episode.